Hello guys, it's boy Anomaly from Sweden, and it's currently 6:20 a.m. and yes, I have been awake all night because I've been awaiting something very cool, which is a trade offer. So as many of you know, 3 months ago I made my biggest trade ever with Cachorro, very nice Brazilian YouTuber, and as you can see, one of those items that I am trading today is actually in that thumbnail. Now, quite a lot of these items I still have, like the M4 Howl with the Titan Holo, like the Yongwei Titan Holo, that was a very nice spin, the Scout Blood in the Water with the Titan Holo, very cool skins, but now one of these skins I am actually going to be trading away in the biggest trade I have ever made. That item is none other than the AK-47 Redline with 4 iBuy Power Holos. Now, technically, yeah, you could argue that the trade I made here was the biggest trade I ever made, but this technically wasn't a trade because I was buying the skins from Cachorro. I didn't trade any of my skins for his skins, I just simply bought his inventory. Today, however, I am actually doing an item for item trade, the biggest one that I have ever made. That trade is right here. So as you can see, your items, we have, of course, the AK Redline Minimal Wear with 4 iBuy Power Holos. This is so beautiful. Now, at the time of me buying this AK Redline, I think me and Cachorro priced it at around 200 to 210,000 RMB. That basically means we priced it between 29 and 30,000 euros. Somewhere along there. I think we may have actually priced it at 215, but no matter what, we priced it at a lot of money. I ended up buying it for just about 185,000 RMB, which now, this is different. Back then, because I bought these a few months ago, this would have been another number. Let me just find out that number quickly. Okay, so actually, because of inflation and economy and Russia creating a whole situation in Europe, what I paid was actually about 189,000 RMB back when I bought them. Now, that's around 185,000 because of currency fluctuation, but basically, let's just say I paid between 185 to 190,000 RMB. Now, sadly, the AK Redline with 4 iBuy Power Holos has gone down in price since I bought it. I would have thought I could have sold it for maybe around 200,000 RMB, maybe even 205, 210, somewhere along there. But the price has gone down, and there's no way I'm gonna sell this one for that much. Like 215 for this now, in my opinion, is kind of a dream price, which is why I'm being realistic and doing this trade, because I've had this one for a long time now. I've had fun with it, I've used it for thumbnails, I've used it on stream, I've gotten many compliments over this AK, people saying, oh, that's very cool, I've never seen something like that, wow, how much is it worth, when did you buy it? And that's very cool, but I like changing up my inventory, which is why I've been talking to a guy named Swag Walker, which is a very funny name when you're doing trades for tens of thousands of euro. How do you explain this to your parents? Yeah, I just made a trade with a guy called Swag Walker for a 30k AK. Anyways, these are the items that he is offering. A Op Dragon Lore 0.01 with some very nice stickers. Now, sadly, these stickers won't actually add that much value at all, but it makes this op look really unique, which is why I like it. I'm probably not gonna sell this one for way more because of the stickers, but it's gonna be worth way more to me because it has these stickers and makes it look unique. Like, if you hop on a server, yeah, a Dragon Lore, that's very cool. But a Dragon Lore covered in gold, that's even cooler. And this Dragon Lore is 0.01, as I said, it's got these nice stickers. I would value it anywhere between 61 to 62,000 RMB. Of course, I'm gonna try to sell it a little bit higher, but I'll count it as 62,000 RMB. Next item we have is a 0.01 M4 Howl. Now, Howls, of course, you can't get them anymore, so having them in low float is actually pretty rare. Like, even this one with the Titan Holo is is a 0.04, which is way worse than a 0.01. And we can kind of see that. The magazine is looking very rusty. You can see scratches here, but the most prominent place has to be back here on the red, button where you change the length of the stock. This one is very scratched, and also you usually see it here in this place on the shoulder stock thing, you know? Guys, I'm not American, I don't know guns. Also, holy shit, what the fuck is this? Now, this is the M4 he is offering. As you can see, it's a bit less scratched up here. Magazine is still broken. It's always on M4 House. This place is very good. The button here, I don't know what you call it, this part still looks better, and then the backside, this is still kind of rough. Now, the value of this M4 Howl, if it was a normal, completely regular float, would be around 32,000 RMB. However, now with this float, the list price of 0.01 is all the way up at 38,000. However, I'd be happy if I sell this for maybe, I don't know, realistically 35 or something like that. Next item is a pair of slingshot gloves. Of course, like almost all the items in this trade, this is not a normal pair of slingshot gloves. They are minimal wear, which in itself is very expensive, but the float of these gloves is 0.07. Basically, these are almost factory new. Now, sadly, I've had gloves like these before, and they are very hard to sell. They take a very long time to sell, because not only are they expensive, but the float makes them very niche, and there's just not that much volume. They're not very liquid, and the value of these are maybe 20,500 to 21,000 RMB. I'd probably be happy to sell them for anywhere between 20 to 20.5 thousand RMB. The craziest thing about these gloves is probably just how expensive they are. The normal float version of these gloves is around 11,000, but because it has such a good float, these are worth almost 21,000, almost double the price. That's fucking crazy. Next item, finally, the first item that's just very liquid, that's no problem. It's a Desert Hydra minimal wear. Nothing crazy with it, not insane float. It's 0.09, which is good, but that doesn't affect the price too much. It's just a good old looking op skin, and the price of this one is just about 10,000 RMB. After that, we have a Butterfly Ruby. Of course, the float of this one is special. It is 0.003, which is considered pretty goddamn low. If it's 0.00, it's usually followed by a 9, 8, or 7. Anything under like a 5 is considered like very good, and 3, yeah, I mean shit, that's a very good float. That's gonna fetch overpay even over a regular 0.00. So the price of a normal Butterfly Ruby is around 44,000. A price of a Butterfly Ruby with 0.00 is around 45,000, and the price of this one with the very nice float, I will try listing this for maybe 46,500 and see if I can sell it for 46. After this, we have a Glock Fade, 97% fade. This one is not special other than the fact that the fade is pretty nice. It's just a regular Glock Fade, but this still is quite expensive. So a normal Glock Fade costs around 5,900 RMB. With the fade on this one, I'm hoping for around 6,200 RMB. And finally, the last item of the trade, an AUG Akihabara Accept. Minimal wear with some absolutely horrendous stickers. I'm sorry, I'm gonna scrape these as soon as I get it. 0.08 float, so very good, almost factory new. The price of a regular one of these is around 9,000. With the float, I'm hoping for 10,000 to 10,500, anywhere there. And this is the sort of skin that many people don't expect to be outrageously expensive, but it just is because it's so old. So these are all of the items that are going into this trade. I am actually also giving him 1,200 RMB on the buff to even out the trade a little bit. We came to that conclusion, which makes this trade end up at 188.6 thousand RMB if I manage to sell all of these skins for the prices that I think that they're worth, which means that his items are just about 27,300 euro right now, which means that in the end I profit maybe around 500 euro from this one. That's considering now the euro price has dropped, so maybe I don't actually, and inflation, I mean, shit, maybe I'll get a McDonald's meal after all of the fees are taken out. But yeah, basically, in the end, this was a huge trade. The total value of this trade, both my side and his side, is almost 60,000 euro combined put together. That's an insane trade and very, very high value. And I'm glad to showcase this because usually I don't do these high level trades. I usually just buy or sell skins. Like Cachorro, he wanted to sell some skins, he came to me, I bought them, now I have them, and usually I just don't do high tier trades like this. However, now I'm going to be accepting this trade and saying goodbye to my AK Redline 4X iBuyPower Holo, which arguably is one of my definitely top 5 skins that I've ever had in terms of how much I like the skin. And now I am ready to accept the trade. Okay, there we go. I have the AK Redline here. I have the trade. Let's see. Accept. Yeet. Oh no! It's gone! No! At least we have the 7 new items, all... Ooh, that is very beautiful. We have the slingshot gloves, the howl, all of these skins, which look very beautiful in my inventory now. Now, the last thing I want to do before this video ends is just check out this dragon lore. Holy shit. Like, this is way less cool, technically, than the red line that I had on a high tier level. But still, I like this one probably almost as much just because it looks so good. So thank you guys for watching. This was definitely my highest tier, my biggest item trade I've ever made. And now I'm going to go cry because I'll probably never have an AK Redline like the 4X iBuyPower ever again. Yeah, yeet. I'm going to go cry because I'll probably never have sex with your parents.